close. There we are. Hey, what's going on? So I wanted to give you my nighttime routine so where I can fall asleep, because really rest is so important. It's either your water, you're working out too much, or being able to sleep well enough and long enough to get into your third stage of REM sleep. It's rapid eye movement sleep. That's where our body actually heals. If you get a cut on your arm, that's when your body wants to repair that damaged tissue. In that deep sleep. A few ways we can do it. I'll show you my normal routines, and then I'll share with you some things that I do that are a little more esoteric in nature. They have to do with sports psychology. So what I like to do first is stretch. I'll wake up sometimes in the middle of the night, can't get into deep sleep, frustrated. If I stretch my neck and open up the blood vessels, it tends to work like magic. When I stretch the neck, I'll sit upright, one over, and I'm giving traction. I'm pulling here, and I'm sinking. And I'm gonna hold that for as long as feels comfortable. Then I'm gonna do the center, because I never wanna switch side to side without going center first. And I'll exhale. What I'm trying to do is I'm rolling at the neck, then at the spine. So that doesn't make a nice roll though, does it, when I do it? My mid-back kind of pops out, but that's essentially what I'm trying to do, is to roll this down and then curl. And again, I'm gonna hold that for as long as comfortable. It doesn't have to be the full 2 minutes, but I do recommend at least a minute. Then we're gonna do the other side, same thing. Middle finger towards the ear hole, but it can be on your jawline. And I'm just giving traction and sinking. It should feel good. It should feel relaxing. That's the whole point to it. If that doesn't get it, here's the one I usually jump to, because this is perfect for me. I have people try this one first because that works for most people. I do this one. I'll turn my head. My other hand is out. And I'm creating a V space here and allowing it to sink. By looking down or by looking up, I will get different areas of the muscle. Find what feels tight on you. In the top portion, I'm rocking my body forward. And as you get good at this, you can feel it first in your neck, and then you can feel it going down your erector spinae on both sides of the muscle. And I'll hold that. Each one of those I'll hold for at least a minute. Usually I can sleep then, but if I can't, I'll do hand massage. And a little trick that I do before all of this, if I'm going to bed, is my nightly routine. Not that I wake up in the middle of the night, but my nightly routine. Right before I get to the bed, electronics are off, unless I cheat and I'm watching a YouTube, or sometimes I fall asleep this way. Wash your hands, rinse them under cold water. The theory behind this is it dissipates energy that might be built up in your system. I don't know if there's any scientific proof of this being the case. All I know is that it works for me. And when I massage my hands, sometimes I'll massage my hands and then go wash my hands, right? And then again, in the middle of the night, I may wake up and do the neck stretches. But if you're to do a whole routine, what I would say is do the neck stretches first, then the hand massage. And what I like to do is right here, just pressing and relaxing. And if you take an eraser or even your finger and go between the metacarpals are the hand, metatarsals of the feet, the bones right here, and I'm just massaging. It should feel good. And then sometimes I'll do the splits here, and I'll reverse, and then I'll massage this part right here. Then when I'm done, it should feel relaxed. Go rinse the hands under cold water, and don't try to sleep, try to meditate. And what I do when I meditate, I release all the tension through the day. I just allow it to be, and I breathe in through my nose, hold it for 1 count, and I exhale. Now the first stage of meditation, if no one's meditated before, I don't know where you're at in your learning, but if you've never meditated before, I recommend that you just try to empty your mind. Just empty it. You'll notice thoughts going in and out, and that's okay. Just pull it back to nothingness. Allow the thoughts, and that's okay. Notice the thoughts and pull it back. Oh, okay, I'm thinking about a blue truck now. Random, the things that'll pop in your mind. Pull it back to nothingness. If you have to focus your mind on something, focus on golden light going through your body into your lungs. Hold it for a moment, it tangles up. And then when you release it, all the negativity from the day, all the negativity, concentrate on your voice, concentrate on your inner voice, concentrate on the relaxing of your face, of your facial muscles, neck, shoulders, hands, torso, and just breathe. You don't have to sit in what's called the lotus position. This is a half lotus. It's not even a real lotus. Notice that the yoga yogis will do full lotus position. I don't know why they do this, but that'll be a yogi position. You don't have to do this. You could be laying on your back. You don't have to do the leg thing at all. I've meditated like this before. As long as you're comfortable. This wouldn't be optimal. I'd rather have somebody here. Just breathe. And as soon as your mind wanders, pull it back to focus. You're doing, at the first level of meditation, which will put you to sleep. You can't not. That's the number one complaint against people who are doing this to start with. So you'll go to sleep. But what will help even more if you combine two things at once, this is the sports psychology of things, because it gets the body to relax. It gets the mind to relax. But what I do, you know me, I love a lot of symbols. So what I would do is I would think of a symbol, because that takes my conscious mind and speaks to my subconscious mind, especially over time. The first time you do this, you won't know if it works or not. But when you start to do it over time, it becomes very powerful. I don't know what type of symbol you might enjoy to represent sleep, but if while you meditate and your purpose was to sleep, maybe you pulling it back will pull it back to your symbol. I don't know what color you may give it. I don't know what size you may give it. That's all personal to you, and I would recommend never sharing that with anybody, but that's your symbol. And what you're doing is, again, is you're teaching your mind that these modalities, these ways of being, of sleep and relaxation, come to you in the form of an anchor. You will anchor all these qualities, and then you'll be able to use those when you need. And again, the more you use it, the more powerful it becomes.